Welcome back, class 10, your physical education class. Today, we will start off with the topic balanced diet. Now, a balanced diet constitutes in proper quantities water, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins, and fiber. We will start off with carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates contains the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Each gram of carbohydrate contains 4 calories of energy. According to the size, they are classified as monosaccharides, disaccharides, or polysaccharides. Monosaccharides. Monosaccharides is the smallest unit of carbohydrate and comes in one of 3 forms. They are glucose, fructose, and galactose. Glucose is often referred to as blood sugar. Fructose is commonly found in fruit and is often referred to as fruit sugar, and galactose is found in milk. So these are monosaccharides. Then comes disaccharides. That means 2 monosaccharides combined together forms disaccharide. Di means 2. Disaccharide is simply the combination of 2 monosaccharides. The most common disaccharides in the human diet are sucrose or table sugar, lactose or milk sugar, and maltose. Then comes polysaccharides. Polysaccharides has a lengthy chain of monosaccharides joined together. 3 of the most common polysaccharides are starch, fiber, and glycogen. It is better to get simple sugars from food in which they occur, as these foods also contains fiber and important nutrients. So it is better not to have the sugar which we have as table sugar or kitchen sugar. It is better to have sugar from its source or natural source because it is combined with fiber. Function of carbohydrates are to fuel organ activity, particularly the brain, heart, skeletal muscles, to play structural roles at cellular levels. Carbohydrate is an important fuel for exercise. It is stored as glycogen in the liver and muscles and must be restocked every day. Approximately 100 grams of glycogen is equivalent to 400 kilocalories and may be stored in liver, and up to 400 glycogen equivalent to 1600 kilocalories in the muscle cell. So approximately 100 grams of glycogen can be stored in the liver and 400 grams of glycogen can be stored in the muscle cells. The purpose of liver glycogen is to maintain steady blood sugar level. When blood glucose dips, glycogen in the liver breaks down to release glucose in the bloodstream. The purpose of the muscle glycogen is to fuel physical activity. The more active you are, the higher are your carbohydrate needs. Guidelines for a daily intake is about 5 to 7 grams per kg of your body weight, is moderate during low intensity and during training. Those who do moderate and heavy endurance training, they can consume 7 to 10 grams of carbohydrates per kg of body weight, and those who train more than 4 hours, they are advised to consume 10 grams of carbohydrates per kg of body weight per day. So this is all about carbohydrates. Then comes protein. Protein contains the following 4 elements. These are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Each gram of protein contains 4 calories of energy, whereas in carbohydrates we had each gram of carbohydrates also contained 4 grams of energy, and each gram of protein contains 4 calories of energy. Same. Unit of a protein is called amino acid. Proteins in the human body are composed of different amino acids. There are basically dipeptide, tripeptide, and polypeptides. Dipeptide is formed by joining 2 amino acids together. Tripeptide is formed by joining 3 amino acids together. And polypeptides is formed by joining many amino acids together. There are 2 types of amino acids: essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Now, 9 essential amino acids are histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. Essential amino acids are those amino acids which the body cannot synthesize or make and are required in the diet. Some non-essential amino acids are alanine, arginine, asparagine, asparic acid, cysteine, glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, proline, serine, and tyrosine. These can be synthesized in the body and therefore are not required in the diet. Generally, animal flesh or meat is considered as a complete protein because it contains all the essential amino acids. Soy protein from plant is one of the exceptions in the rule because soy does contain all the essential amino acids. Now, most of the plants lack at least one of the essential amino acids and are incomplete proteins. Vegetarians, that means those who have only veg food, should combine together different proteins in their diet so that the body receives all the essential amino acids. For example, rice and beans or peanut butter and bread are great complementary proteins because they are complementing each other. What is not available in one they will be getting from other source. Protein has many functions and can be categorized as structural or regulatory. Number 1, examples of structural proteins include skin, cell membranes, and bone tissue. And second, examples of regulatory protein include enzymes, transport proteins, that is lipoproteins, hemoglobin, defensive proteins, that is antibody, contractile proteins, that is actin and myosin of skeletal muscles, hormones, protein pumps, and serum proteins to help to maintain fluid and electrolyte balance. Now, these are about protein, and moreover, amino acids from proteins form the building blocks for new tissues. Proteins are the building blocks for new tissues and the repair of body cells. They are also used for making enzymes, hormones, and antibodies. Adequate protein intake is essential for maximizing training-induced adaptation, particularly in strength development. That is why those who lift weights, they are always obsessed with proteins. Proteins can be metabolized for energy. Adequate protein ingestion, that means digesting adequate protein, is good for energy demanding aerobic endurance sports like triathlons and marathons. So these are about your proteins. So we have learned about carbohydrates and proteins. Then comes fats. Fats, we are all very scared of fats, but fats is necessary for our proper maintenance of our body. Fats contain the following 3 elements: carbon, hydrogen. So, resuming, fat contains three important elements or key elements: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Each gram of fat contains 9 calories of energy. Now, fats can be further classified into saturated fats and unsaturated fats. Saturated fats are those fats whose carbon atoms are bound to as many hydrogen atoms as chemically possible. These molecules are tightly attracted to each other. It requires a lot of energy to separate them. Saturated fats are usually solid at cool temperatures. That means the fats which solidifies in cool temperatures, they are saturated fat. It is relatively found in high amounts in any meats or in dairy products, including full fat milk, cheese, butter, cream. Eating too much of saturated fat is not good for a person's health because they get clogged in the arteries and it can cause heart and blood vessel problems. Then comes unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fats do not have the maximum number of hydrogen atoms attached to every carbon atom. Unsaturated fats are not as strongly attracted to one another. Unsaturated tends to be liquid in the room temperature. Unsaturated fats are of two types: monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Monounsaturated fats are olive oil and canola oil, and they have only one double bond. And polyunsaturated fats are most vegetable oils which have more than one double bonds. Polyunsaturated fatty acids can be further categorized to either omega-3 or omega-6. Both omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids are essential. They cannot be synthesized by the human body and must be consumed in diet. Omega-6 fatty acids are found in the vegetable oils. Omega-3 fatty acids are found in fatty fish, certain nuts like walnuts and almonds. These types of fats are healthy fats. Examples of these fats are fish oil, oil seeds like sesame oil, sunflower oil, maize oil, groundnut oil, and mother's milk. Now, why fats are necessary? Fats are helpful for insulation, that means to keep the body warm during the winters and to protect. Some fat is essential. It makes up a part of the structure of the cell membrane, brain tissue, nerve sheath, bone marrow, and it is a cushion to the organs. It protects the organs. Fat in food also provides essential fatty acids. Fat-soluble vitamins are important, A, D, E, K, and are important sources of energy. About 20 to 33% of the calories in the diet should be fat. Now, what are bad fats? Bad fats are saturated and trans fat, and it should be kept to a minimum, better to avoid. Fats are found in solid or liquid state. Omega-3 may be particularly beneficial for athletes. That's why we have omega-3 tablets and capsules, as they help to increase the delivery of oxygen to muscles, improve endurance, and may speed recovery rate, reduce inflammation, and joint stiffness. So in today's class, we have completed and discussed carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Very interesting subject, obviously, and a very interesting chapter. In the next class, we will start with vitamins and minerals. Thank you for today.